Hello, 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 hello. It's so good to see you again. I love it when I do these solo podcasts because it gives me the opportunity to spend some time with you alone, which I absolutely love. So, welcome back to Influence and Growth Mastery Podcast. I'm your host, Tonya Gossage. And again, it's so good to be with you. Today, we're going to jump into a topic which I think is so crucial for all entrepreneurs, because I think that we don't do this enough, but specifically for, I'm trying to fix my screen here, my apologies, but specifically for brand new entrepreneurs. I've been talking to, excuse me, this pollen that's out today. My. I've been talking to a lot of entrepreneurs that are brand new. And I've been helping some with market research because, again, I think this is such a critical topic. But I feel like I'm always doing market research. I'm studying, I'm trying to understand what other people are doing. And I actually enjoy doing that. I'm a researcher at heart. I love doing research. I'm a knowledge type personality. Love digging into that type of stuff. But that's what I want to talk about today is market research and how critical that it is that we do that no matter what industry type that we're in. Because if we don't understand what it is that our clients, our customers are looking for, then we're going to be in the wrong place. So again, whether you're just starting out, you're refining, adjusting one of your strategies, you're trying to understand the value of market research, I'm here to tell you that it can be a game changer for you, for your business, and for your clients. So let's go right ahead. Let's jump into this. You might be wondering why the market research. I've kind of touched on it just a little bit, but you may be saying to me, I have this great idea. I know you do. And I'm sure it's a great idea. I was there once too. I'm an idea person. I'm a strategist, and we all think our ideas are great. But if our customers and our clients don't think it's great, it's not great. I used to say this whenever I was in the corporate world in banking about if the customer says they didn't get good customer service or they didn't have a good experience, it was not a good experience. And I stick with that today. If our clients don't think that our product is good, it's not a good product. So we need to be researching and figuring out what it is that our clients are looking for. Who are they? Who is that perfect audience that we're looking for? What is their pain points? What solutions are they seeking? And I'll be the first to tell you, I think I was thick-headed. It took me a while to really get this. When I first started my entrepreneurship, I started off in consulting. It went extremely well, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I put myself right back in my corporate career. It wasn't what I wanted to do. Did my clients like it? Yes, but I didn't like it. So I wanted to switch over into coaching, training. I did that in my corporate career and I loved that. I wanted to serve people. Yes, I was serving people in the consulting space, but again, it required so much of me. Not that this doesn't, but it's just different. And so I thought that I had exactly what my customers needed. Did you hear that? I thought. I didn't start off doing research initially, and I had to step back and actually do some research and start asking some questions. And so that's what I'm telling you. If you're a new entrepreneur, that you need to do it. And if you are an entrepreneur that's been in business for a couple of years and things aren't working out, maybe you need to stop and start asking some questions. Dig out that old market research document and go back through and ask some questions again. Trust me, it is so important that we know. Another key aspect of market research is that it helps us identify our competition. For so long, I didn't even know who my competition was. I was a newbie in the space. I didn't know who my competition was. And so we have to figure that out. And so no matter how unique that you think your idea is, I can tell you there's somebody out there doing it. I sometimes come up with a name that I think is going to be great and wonderful, whether it's a group I want to start, it's a brand that I come up with, and I go out to GoDaddy and I see if it's available. It's not, it's taken. And I think, oh, wow, this is a great idea. Nobody else is going to have it. Well, guess what? They do. And so I'm trying to tell you that no matter how unique you think your idea is, somebody else is already doing it. Can you still do it? Yes. What sets you apart from the other person is you. It's your unique twist on how you put on the thing. There's so many people, there's so many business strategists, there's so many high performance coaches, trainers, there's so many health and wellness people, but what sets them apart is them. You have to find what it is that you do that is going to attract the client to you. Does certain people say the same things? Yes, they do. But again, it's your unique twist. You don't want to go out and get somebody else's content and use that content. That content needs to be you. It needs to be your authentic self. Okay. And so, I've just done some recordings on humanizing artificial intelligence. If you're using AI, add your own self into AI. It can be done. Do it. If you're picking up quotes, or if you're a certified trainer with somebody else, I'm a certified trainer for Grant Cardone. Do I use his material occasionally word for word? Heck no. I don't want to sound like Grant Cardone. I want to sound like Tonya Gossage. And for a long time, I was like, I don't want to be branded as a banker. I don't want to be branded as Grant Cardone. I want to be me. And so with one of my coaches, I was like, how do I ditch those entities and be myself? And he was like, create your own content. And so, that's what I had to start doing, was creating my own content. Do I use maybe a thought or a paragraph or something and rewrite that into my own name or my own thing? Yes. But I'm telling you, go find out what your customers are looking for. Find out who your competitors are and know that. Find out what they're offering and how they're communicating that, and make yours you. Another thing that I'll point on that, and I read somebody else's Facebook post this morning, and I wholeheartedly agree with it. And that is that there are entrepreneurs that are new out there, and I'm putting myself in the new bucket. I am 5 years into entrepreneurship. I'm a newbie. I get it. I'm a newbie. I've not been in it 20 years. So I classify myself as a newbie. We do not need to charge a price of $25,000 for something or $50,000 for something when somebody else is selling it for $27, $47, $197, $497. Guys, listen, you may know the material, but as soon as somebody else finds out that you just charged them $25,000 for something that somebody else is selling for $497, you are not going to be in integrity very long. I engaged in another certification and I paid $25,000 for it. To this day, I do not have my certification papers. Am I certified? Yes, in my mind, I'm certified. I don't have my certification. I'm not going to go on because I don't want people knowing who this is. But there's other things. People like that lose their integrity quick. I don't want you to be one of those. I don't want you to be there. And could I have gotten a similar certification much cheaper? Yes, I could have. And I try not to hold a grudge, but it's hard. It's hard. You do not want to be one of those people. I love the people, but I don't love what happened. And I can't do business that way. People are going to have that about you if you're like that. So don't get into that situation. Do your research. And so that was not in my notes to talk about, but it must have needed to have been said. So maybe there's somebody else out there that can identify with that. So let's talk about strategy. Market research is just it's not just a one and done deal. You have to continue to do that. As I said, that I have. I do want to know, what are people charging for what I'm going to release? I've been working on content for quite some time. I don't want to go out and put in my portal one course. I don't want to do that. I don't want clients to look at me and say, oh, well, she's only got one course. I want to go launch more than that. And so, I have big dreams and goals. I had somebody yesterday that I worked with and I was helping her with market research. And she said at the very, very end, she did ask me my goals. And so I told her my goals. And then at the end, she said, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to tell me with your goals, what that picture looks like. And I have to tell you, when I closed my eyes, it was so exhilarating to share. It was like I envisioned my vision board and I was able to share what that looked like. And so when you're doing your strategy and you're doing your market research and you know you're headed in the right direction because you've built something, it just gives me chill bumps right now. It gives you something to work towards. When you know what your clients want, but it's an ongoing process, because if you don't keep up with what they're looking for, what they need as solutions, you're going to get lost. And so you have to keep that up. It's about continuously learning, continuously adapting. And so keep getting feedback from the people that you're working with. Keep getting feedback from people that you're not working with and what it is that they're looking for. And so I just want to share a quick story. Whenever, I first started my entrepreneurial world, leveraging my experience from banking, I thought I knew exactly what my clients wanted. And through the market research, I found that there were additional needs that needed to be met. And did I pay the price for that initially? Yes, it was hard to go from the consulting business to the coaching business, because my consulting business was super duper successful right out of the gate. It was super successful. And so to go from that financial income and then to make the switch and have to go look for or be referred to clients and have that difference in my pricing structure. Whoa. And so, I knew I wanted to make the shift and I was willing to do it no matter the cost. But wow, when you think you know what you're doing and then you didn't do the research first, it's a big hit. And so the things that I say to people today when they ask me my opinion is the two things that are so critical is hire you a coach when you first start your entrepreneurship and do your market research. So big. And so today, those are the things that I want to leave you with is how critical as a new entrepreneur is to do your market research to get you started. And then not only as a new entrepreneur, but as an experienced entrepreneur. And again, I'm not experienced, but how you have to continuously know. I have a friend who's been in entrepreneurship for quite some time. And I can tell you from conversations, you always have to know what your people are looking for because it can change. And so I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. If you haven't already liked a podcast and you've liked this one, hit that like button and ring that bell, subscribe to these podcasts. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will see you again very soon. Again, I love doing the solo podcast. I love interviewing successful people. And so until next time, I appreciate you tuning in and keep striving for excellence and make every connection that you make count, because that in itself is what we're all striving for, is impact on the world. Make it count. Bye.